Hi everyone, this video is going to show you how to add a company to your database. As you can see, I've already came up to my dashboard and I have selected companies. Please keep in mind that in your own database this may be termed something else. In my site it happens to be companies. I'm going to come down and I can search my database to make sure that I'm not entering a company in twice, so I'm not duplicating it. I can search by the name in the pull down, or I can search by code, name, notes, or even the status. This is going to determine how this search field reacts. How is it going to take the criteria? And then of course we can search by company type, account type, or even contract type if we choose to do so. Once we have our criteria in, we're just going to hit our find button so that our database is going to search for that criteria. Here I'm going to go by name, and I happen to like the contains field, so I'm only putting a portion of that company name in. And I'm just going to put in a portion, and I'm going to hit my find button. It's going to either pull up companies with this criteria in the name, or it's going to give me no records to display. And this one happens to have given me no records to display. So now I can comfortably go into adding in this company knowing that I'm not duplicating it. So I'm going to hit my add button. And once I hit my add button, it's going to bring me into a company detail screen. And I'm going to be able to create a new company here. As you can see, we do have some items that are light blue. These are mandatory fields that you must fill in. So I'm going to start with the name. I'm going to put the name of the company in here, and it happens to be Odal Reconstruction. And if I happen to have a code, or my company goes by a code or lists a code here, I would put it in. I'm going to choose the company type, and here I'm just going to make it as a subcontractor. They happen to provide us with referrals. And then the account type, I'm going to choose that it's just a standard account type. Here I'm going to decide what offices. If I have more than one office in my company, it may be that they only serve one of my offices, or they may serve all of my offices. If I want to select offices, I can just uncheck that, and I can select from the list which offices it's going to be in. Here it's just going to be in Restoration Manager. And then I'm just going to come down, and if you happen to know the county in which this company is, by all means you can put it in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in. And then of course you want to have the address of the company. And here I'm going to put in the address. If they happen to have a suite, apartment, or another number, office number, you can put it into address 2. Here there's only one address. And the city, the state, and the zip code. So now that I've got my address in for my company, I want to come in and I want to put in my project manager or my estimator. Again, this may have different terms or verbiage in your database. In my database, it happens to be the project manager and the estimator. It may be that this project manager that I want to put in here is going to be then assigned to every job that is been referred by or connected with the Odal Reconstruction. And if I need to, I can always change this up at the new lead or even in the job. But here I can put in a project manager that needs to be assigned. And here I'm just going to leave this as unassigned because we don't have a project manager that typically is going to be taking on all of these calls that come in. And the same goes for my estimator as well. Keep in mind you can change this either at the new lead entry or even at the job detail. Work order due in days. This is how many days a work order is due in. The status, active, inactive, or deleted. I do recommend that if you are going to change a status of a company, to make sure that you check with your administrator prior to changing any statuses. Here we have a general note about this company. It's just something that's in general about the company that you'd want to put in here. Do they have a customer number? Do they have a website? And here I'm just going to go ahead and put in the website. Do we have a contract with this company? And here there's no contract with them, they just give us referrals. Is there a contract territory, contract status? And again, here we have our contract date signed and when it expires. We can also assign a primary account manager or even a secondary account manager if we choose so. And if we want, we can also pull in an industry group or even a subgroup here. Once I have all the information that I want to have for this company in, I'm just simply going to come down to my Save button and hit my Save button, and it now has created that company in my database.